Hi, this is Lori from Shoo Shoo Paper Art, and today I am making this double diagonal pocket. For mine it's a tea pocket, and I'm going to talk about how to fold this to make it, and also these little packets that are inside. So let's get started. All right, I'm starting with a piece of 7 by 9 paper. You could certainly make it bigger or smaller. It just depends on how big you want these pockets to be. And we're just simply going to fold it in half, horizontally and vertically. And then I'm going to cut the fold, the horizontal fold, from the end just to the middle. All right, so there's the cut. The bottom right corner, I'm going to fold up all the way to the fold. Oh, and by the way, this is 28-pound hammermill bond paper. I really like it. The thickness is nice, the slickness is nice. It makes nice bags and pockets. So I really like this paper. Then I've done the right hand bottom. Now I'm going to go up to the left top. And when I fold this down, I'm not going to fold it all the way to the fold in the middle. I'm going to stop about, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the fold. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this side and fold it over using the fold that I made in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to take this panel and completely just fold it under. And then I'm going to follow the fold that's already been made right here, this diagonal fold, with this corner. And then I'm going to follow the fold that's been made in the middle and just fold that up. Now that is all the folding that's required. And there's the double pocket. You're going to want to use adhesive, either tape or glue, to finish out the pocket. I'm going to run glue down this side. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit underneath there. Oops, maybe. And also right here. And close that up. Okay. And there, that is how easy the double diagonal pocket is. So that's done. Okay, let's look at these little packets on the inside. For mine, I made 2 different packets of tea. This one is an English breakfast tea. So since it's a morning tea, I used the Sun. And let's see, that is from the Things with Wings MFT stamps set. Then this one is an herbal tea. So I used Little Love stamps from PinkFresh Studio, the moon and the top of this sentiment here, Sweet Dreams, to make this packet of herbal teas for nighttime. Then on the back, I'm on my computer, I just made a little strip that says this is extra sleepy time, and this one is Irish breakfast. Oh, I said English. It's Irish. It's heavier bodied and than English, and I love it. I drink it almost every morning. All right, so these little packets are really easy to make. You can make them any size as well, but to make them the size of the tea bags, I started out with a 4 1/4 by 6.5 piece of that hammermill bond 28 pound paper. I am going to use my scoreboard for this, so let's get that out. All right, move my scissors over. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do on the long side is score at 2 inches and 4 3/4. Then I'm going to turn it a 1/4 turn, and this will be the bottom of the packet, and I'm going to score at 3/4. So that's all the scoring that's necessary. I'm going to cut away both of these corners. This is what it's going to look like, and I'm going to go ahead and angle this to make a tab. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on these upper corners. And I feel they don't have to be exact, so I wouldn't mess around with measuring, but it's probably, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm just going to fold on the score lines. And then all that's necessary to finish that off is some adhesive. And again, you can use glue or tape. And close that up. And there's the little packet that holds the tea. All right, let's talk about the tag that's on the front of the packet. This is front. I'm going to go ahead and remove that from the double diagonal pocket. This is featuring stamps from PinkFresh Studio called Tealightful Day. This is a large stamp set. I cut it apart so I could get it in my storage, but you can see there's a whole lot of stamps there. And I love these. They're so cute with this little house and the little bunnies and the flowers. It's just so cute. The little umbrella. There's all kinds of things on here that would be so fun to use and put together. And it makes kind of a little storybook look to me. With the little house and things in the teacup. Let me give you a few tips on putting this together. I started out by stamping the teacup and the ladder and going ahead and coloring those with my Copics. I didn't know at the time that I wanted to put these little pink dots on there, and that is also a stamp set. That's Falling Circles from Neat and Tangled. I would have gone ahead and done that first if I'd known. Well, no, not first, because I wouldn't want them underneath my cup, but I would have done it now. I probably would have, instead of using a mask, which you could certainly do, I would have just used a scrap piece of paper and kind of covered up my cup and stamped those on there. But since I didn't plan on putting the dots on there, I just decided that later. I did basically the same thing I just said. I didn't want to make a mask for all of this, so I just used a scrap piece of paper and kind of covered up the area I was working on, and that worked just fine. I'm happy with that. I found it easier. I started out going the masking route with all of this, but I just found it more trouble than it was worth. So I stamped the pieces separately and colored them, and then went ahead and cut them out, and I found that to be way easier. One thing that I did do on this little tiny rainbow here, I added a couple more lines so I could get a couple more curves to the stamp, so I could put a few more rainbow colors in there. So then I just glued that into the teacup and did this. Oh, wait. I have this little tag here and I forgot all about it. Okay, so I cut this tag using one of the dies, this little die here, from the Wrap It Up dies from Paper Tray Ink. So I used this, and then you can see that it's shorter, and I just cut it off. I cut it off across horizontally there, and added a little piece with tape of this, what is it, DMC pearl string or floss. And then that went in first. So I decided where I wanted it, laid it in, cut off the excess, and I just went ahead and taped it in as well. Okay, so then I continued gluing all of the little pieces on. And I just found that that worked so much better. And once I knew where those were going to be, I went ahead and stamped on the little cloud, which is actually from the little love set, right there. And then added the flower once I figured out where all of these pieces were going to be. Okay, so that's how the tag was made. And then the Have a Tealightful Day is also from the Tealightful Day stamp set. So that's all there is to it. Thank you for joining me, and you can always find me at shushupaperart.com.